have to admit that I never imagined standing up here looking out at you all. It's pretty overwhelming, and I'm very grateful. And because of that, I have to thank my brother Matt Preble, who's also a great swim coach, high school coach, for putting my name in for this honor, because he imagined me standing here, and that's really a big deal. So thank you. To all my Pima County classmates, as I was listening to Lacey, I'm just thinking about how small Tucson is and how much we impact each other, even if we don't even know each other. And quite honestly, over at my table is a friend of mine that graduated with me, Cindy. She played on the boys' golf team when she was in high school because there was no girls' golf team. We sat next to each other at the U of A graduation. She then went on to really help develop golf for girls in high school and in college here in Arizona. So things have really changed. And so to the women that are out there being inducted with me, I want to tell you that we're grateful you're here, because it lets us know that girl power is kind of the norm in Tucson now. It wasn't for me though. Thank goodness I did learn to swim, and my brother Bill decided that we were going to swim as a family. I'm the second of 11 kids. We traveled all over the world because my dad was an Air Force pilot, and swimming worked for us. So Bill picked swimming. Thank God it wasn't golf, because there's no way I could have done that. But Mom said, if one of you is going, all of you are going. And so my mom is over there. She managed to keep us all in swimsuits and food and pack us and move us. And actually, I graduated from Palo Verde High School, and very grateful to be a Titan. I landed here when I was a senior in high school. It was, I think, my 9th school by that point, and I knew that I was home. This was my place, and I felt that even more as I went on to the U of A. Now, they didn't have high school swimming for girls, so I was never a high school or college athlete. I did try out for cheerleading at the U of A, and I made it, and after that I told my students that that paid for me to go to college, actually, because there were not women's athletic scholarships at that time. And it helped me to just be their cheerleader. And that's what I did for 35 years as a coach, working for them and with them and helping them. But all because it started with my family, who then, supported me. Many of them coached with me. I'm probably not even the best coach in the family, quite honestly. If you've seen Danny Preble coach South Point baseball, you will know that I'm probably just holding the door for him. And this is going to be his honor, I hope, soon. Moving on. My kids. Allison there and Marcus over there. In 1974, my passion as a coach finally had a purpose. I had already been coaching for 3 or 4 years. I always said it was because I knew how to herd large groups of kids around. But Marcus came along, and I have stories about him going to the U of A with me while I was in class. He'd be over with Casey Knight in the equipment manager's area. He'd push Mark around in his infant seat while he passed out towels to the locker room down in the athletic department. So Mark really has athletics in his blood. Those two, if I worked an 80-hour week, they needed to be with me. They needed to do something. And back then in the 70s and 80s, there weren't many opportunities. So my family pitched in. My kids became part of the Palo Verde scene, the Cholla scene, the Rincon scene, wherever I went. One of my favorite years was coaching with Marcus when he was my assistant coach at Palo Verde, and Allison was, at 9 years old, I think, thought she was in charge of the deck, timing kids and getting them where they needed to be. But they've both gone on to teaching and coaching careers that have made me really proud, as they really have great lives. So again, I'm going to say thank you. I'm really humbled. This is so amazing for me. as one of those non-athletes that just stood where she needed to stand and did what she needed to do. And I appreciate you all. Thank you.